You're listening to the Turi Writers She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marcy Persky. In this installment, we look fondly back at the days when people were clear about having their hand out for a bribe. Also, having their safely gloved hand out to take that dead rat. Remember when you had to get your gravel road named Marcy Persky Road, and they made you go through all kinds of fan dances and dance a hula hoop in order to get some permit for something? Remember that?
Yeah, the State Land Trust, because our house was supposedly inaccessible, even though we'd been in it for years, and we went to refinance. And the title company said, well, the State Land Trust owns your road. And I'm like, no, they don't. But yes, it took several $1,000s, but now it's my road.
Yes, Marcy Persky Highway.
Yes.
That's what we call it now.
So did you have to buy a road from the city of Oakland?
It feels like that, actually. The city of Oakland, California, where we still own our home, which is rented out because we had elders in Chicago. We needed to be here for them, and our house is rented out. But we love our house, and someday we thought we would be back there. But the city of Oakland, meanwhile, has, you've probably heard the city of Oakland. I'm not sure how politely to say this. I believe the phrase effed up mess would be appropriately applied here. The recently deposed mayor of Oakland is possibly headed for prison. The current mayor is a retired congressperson. Maybe she got tired of the commute. This keeps happening to Oakland. For some reason, people feel like, I'll retire from Congress, and I know what I think I'll do. I'll run a major city. It'll be my retire. Some people grow tomatoes, and other people decide they would like to run a major American city. It makes no sense, but there you go.
Or country.
Country, yeah, that's right.
Oh, did that
Cross
step
the
over
line?
into the political area?
I don't know, but we have a huge case in this country of what I like to call I can fly the plane syndrome. And you've heard me say this. I fly all the time. What could be so hard about it? You go up, you go down. Let me fly the plane. So the city of Oakland has a massive case of I can fly the plane syndrome, and they need money. They're kind of, you know how animals sometimes chew off their own legs to get out of traps?
Supposedly they do. I've never witnessed it myself.
No, you've never found a leg in a trap. But
No.
if it's true, I would say that analogy applies to the city of Oakland, California. They're chewing off their proverbial legs because they are in a financial trap, the legs being the homeowners of Oakland, California. And one of the things that they do is they come around and they look at your sidewalk and they say, your sidewalk needs to be fixed. And you're responsible for that, even though it's a city sidewalk, and you're going to pay for that. And then they send you what we call in the Midwest a pig in a poke. They say, you can hire somebody to do this. You can have us do this. Here's what it'll cost, but not really. That's just a number we're putting there, but really there could be any number.
Any place that I have lived prior, sidewalks have been something that you call the city when your sidewalk is cracked, and they come fix it because you pay taxes.
Ha!
Well, I want to know, did you browbeat them over the phone?
Well, I'm not done yet. So to be fair, and some of this is
To be fair.
So, it's true that they need to have sidewalks that wheelchairs can cross. Fair enough, right? And what's also true is that on our property we have this really old redwood tree. You've seen this tree, big old redwood tree. Owls nest in it. Hawks perch on it. It's the reason we bought the house, really, because I love this big old redwood tree. And redwood trees have roots, and the roots have pushed up a couple of squares of sidewalk. We have yet to find a wheelchair just stuck on our sidewalk going, help, help.
Well, they're not demanding you cut down the tree, are
Well,
they?
it's not clear. So they sent us this note and say you have to fix it, and you can either pay us some number we won't say, or you can hire somebody. And then the whole craziness begins. We hire somebody, they make you go down to the counter. The permit that used to cost $200 now costs, are you sitting down?
Yeah.
It's 3 permits now at a cost of over $1,100.
Holy crap.
And one of them, I have no idea. This is the entertainment and recreation permit, which makes it sound like you're having a theatrical
You're having a party.
performance on your sidewalk. Woohoo! hula dancers on my sidewalk.
Well, actually, what I think about is skateboarders and the guys on those little bikes using it for a ramp.
Well, they might, except that half a block away, there's a city park that has a skateboard ramp. So
Nah.
ours is
Nah.
small potatoes, or in this case, small pine cones. We're on a hill. So my poor contractor pays for this. So I say, look, I'll help you pay for it. It's not fair for you to get stuck with this. And then this in Chicago, I would know exactly what this is. In Chicago, if they then sent an inspector who said, oh, I don't know, it looks like you're going to have to get an arborist out here. In Chicago, what that would mean would be for a few
$100
hundred
bill.
bucks, right? This will all go away, right? What you would say then to the guy is, well, what do I really have to do to take care of this problem? And the inspector would say something like, I like cigars. That's how this used to go, right? So my contractor says, well, what do you want the arborist to do? Well, we need slope and range and slope, and it made no sense. And they said, what do you want? What is well, the redwood tree is pushing up the sidewalk. Yeah, everybody knows that. That's like if your kid throws up on the floor saying, you're going to have to clean that up. We know. We know. So what do you want us to do? And so I call this inspector. There's a kind of a city employee that everything out of their mouth is not my problem. I'm getting paid for you. This guy's very polite. He's like, well, it's above my pay grade. Well, I don't really know what the arborist. I said,
Isn't he in a cubby hole? That's what I need to know. Is he like sitting in a corner in a cubby?
He's in a car and he's going out to people's houses and basically
he's talking
saying,
to you from his car.
I smoke cigars is what he's saying to
Yeah.
me. And so I say, well, are you saying that you want us to cut down the redwood tree so that the sidewalk will be flat? It's a hill. And he goes, well, I don't know. It's above my pay grade, but those trees are problematic.
I'm having a problem not being political right now. 'Cause it seems like anything that grows is problematic to
Somebody.
miners or uranium people, fire people, people that set fires. I don't know. It's just there's not a lot of respect for things that grow anymore that I used to see respect.
I have respect for 150-year-old redwood trees.
Yeah. I have respect for anything that's 150 years old, unless it's like a rat or something. Like that dead rat on your sidewalk.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. So because I am who I am, I asked the guy for the name of his supervisor. This guy is so inept that he just forwards his whole contact card for his boss to me, including apparently his boss's home phone number.
Did you call him?
No, what I did was I wrote to my city council person and said, here's the situation. Can you help? And they said, we're getting a lot of people having a lot of problems. I said, well, I'm glad you have a big view of all of this and you want to take this up with the city's financial department. But in the meantime, can you help me get these people off my back? And he said, well, I'll have to find out who we can talk to. And then I realized how old I was. I said, so as the old jazz song goes, do nothing till you hear from me. And he said, what? And I said, the Ella Fitzgerald song. And he said, who? Duke Ellington? And he said, oh. So,
He pretended like he knew.
grew up in a mosh pit, probably. Bless his little heart. So okay, I am going to wait. And then I will make more trouble. But honestly, you get off the phone and it's like you're Alice in Wonderland. You just kind of think, did I just spend 2 hours and what started out as 2 squares of sidewalk and now is thousands of dollars and possibly losing the most treasured thing at my house? But I don't.
Speaking of house treasures, so as you know, and most of our listeners, we live in the forest. We have 5 acres of trees. My child became engaged last weekend.
Mazel tov.
Thank you. But she's decided that she wants to have the wedding here. And she has today gave me
A list of demands.
Oh, no, it's a drawing of where we are going to cut down all the trees in the back of our house.
No, I don't think so.
And oh wait, it gets better. And then we're gonna lay down cement.
What?
And then we're gonna buy 12 yurts. And everybody who's coming to the wedding is going to be able to sleep in a yurt
On cement,
on I don't
where the trees used to be.
know. Yeah.
What is the? What I mean, is she? What's? Did she take something?
I wish then there would be a reason. I mean, it's small up here, and most of the people that will be attending this wedding will be Midwest or Washington State, and that's just family. And she had looked and looked and looked for some place where a big Airbnb type of thing
Uh huh.
with like 12 rooms or 15 rooms or whatever,
Uh huh.
and they exist, but they can't have a wedding at them because of county something or other rules that you can't have an Airbnb and an event center.
She can still have a wedding up at your property. She just needs to
You're
put
just
people
not cutting down all my trees
No.
and putting cement down.
Ridiculous.
I mean, right now the property is, except for baby's playground and our driveway, our property is 100% covered with those stupid
Cows.
foxtails
Oh.
and goat head furs. And there's like every animal that walks into my house or anyone wearing long pants is bringing them in and putting them into the couch.
Well, that's why she wants the concrete.
Yeah, I know. Well, that ain't happening.
I mean, if this were my kid, I would regard this as an epic parental fail. How do you feel?
I told her to elope. I said,
Good.
here's the pictures of us with Elvis. I'll pay for you for a trip to Vegas.
Well,
I don't know.
I'll kick in for that.
But
What?
it's not till 2028, so we have a lot of time for
I would be
Like
very
a-
worried that she's going to sneak out there with a hacksaw or whatever it is you use to cut down chainsaw. I'd be very worried.
oh no, you would need like heavy equipment, which A, she wouldn't know how to use, and B, well, she wouldn't know how to use
Have
it.
you forgotten her husband
have
to
no
be
limbs.
Have you forgotten her husband to be the tradesman? You know how we
He's
demand
an
that,
electrician.
right? But he can
He puts
learn.
wires
He's got 2
together.
years. He's got 2
He
years
would-
to learn.
He,
So
he
I
would
have
not do that.
I have advice, as you might have guessed. You know how we require gun owners to lock their weapons up?
Yeah,
If I were you, I would say to Frankie,
block my trees.
darling, no. I would say to Frankie, he needs to start keeping anything that can cut down a tree under absolute lock and key at this point. Because if I know your daughter, she'll be out there at 2 a.m. You know,
Oh, it better not. Yeah, that is
yeah,
it's a lot.
See.
I'm looking for at 2 years of a lot because it's July 2028,
Okay, let's learn
and
this.
this is only
phrase.
2026.
Let's learn this phrase now. All right, all together now. My house, my rules.
My trees.
That's right.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun 2 years. We're
Elope.
going to have lots to talk about.
Elope. Elope is
Yeah.
good. Elope is
Yeah.
good. Well, I look forward to seeing the carnage
Oh,
when this is all over. I really,
Carnage is right.
yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
a beautiful thing.
We cannot end this without you telling about the dead rat that I look at on Facebook every day.
Oh, I should maybe take that down. So, as you know,
Yeah, maybe.
I've had bad luck getting these glasses that I bought made right. And I've had to go to the optician. Now it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My 5th visit was yesterday.
Jeez.
Well, to be fair, he has a good explanation. I waited so long between my old prescription and my new prescription that my brain cannot process the new prescription. So he's going to make like a Cuisinarted version of my old prescription and my new prescription.
I guess it's better than brain surgery.
Yes. Good point. Very good point. So
Silver lining
so
for
I've
you.
had to go to the Trendo neighborhood of Wicker Park, the place where you can spend $5,000 on a skateboard and a lot of used vinyl, or $5,000 on some fancy made to look like a hippie embroidered it top, or you can spend $8 on an ice cream cone, or You can simply stand out in front of the ice cream store and look at the desiccated rat that has been in the middle of the sidewalk since I first went in to get my prescription made.
Maybe you should buy it.
The dead
Ask
rat
them
or the
how
ice
much they
cream
wanna-
store?
It's probably $8,000
You
for
know,
this rat carcass.
That may be why it's still there. It's just too expensive for anyone to take home. This is usually the part where we thank you and I suggest you buy my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air. But you've just heard us promise you some sort of prize. I have no idea exactly what it will be, but it will feature the words Captain Oblivious on it. And all you have to do to win is send an email to turi@shebopsproductions.com with a short description of whatever your partner or friend or boss or somebody who ought to be paying attention failed to notice and your mailing address. Marcy and I will pick out the best one, and that will be the winner. You have until August 31st, 2026 to enter, and you have to live in the USA because I don't send things over borders. Good luck.